Hi everyone, the Home Service Pro here. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to change out an over-the-stove microwave. It's the vent for the stove and a microwave all in one. This one here, it's older. It just quit working, so we're going to get a new one put in. Let's get right after it. All right guys, so this is the microwave we're going to be removing. So in order to remove it, we got to get into the cabinet above it. I'll climb up here real quick. Inside the cabinet, this is where the plug for the microwave actually is. It comes up through the bottom of the cabinet. And then on each side, you can see right here, we got a screw here, and we have a screw over on the other side. These two screws are what holds this microwave up in order to keep it from dropping down in the front. And then there's going to be a bracket on the wall in the back that we also have to remove and replace. So we'll get going on this. I'm going to set the camera over here. And I'll go ahead and get my screw gun and we'll get this microwave removed from the cabinets. There's one screw. When you remove this last screw, you're going to have to hold up on the microwave because the whole microwave is going to want to drop because it's only the two screws holding this thing from falling down. All right, got both of those screws removed, so I'm going to go ahead and slowly lower this down. And as I lower it, you're going to lift on the back to get it to come off the bracket, get that cord pulled out. And then it should just slide straight out to us. There we go. I'm going to set that down. All right, so we have the old microwave removed. So you can see this bracket that's back here along the wall. I'm going to take a look at the new microwave. The new microwave, if it has the same bracket, it might work without having to remove the bracket. We may be able to reuse it. We'll take a look at the new one and we'll see what we got. I'll be right back. All right guys, so I got the new microwave in here. So when you order your microwave, you're going to want to make a couple of good measurements on the old microwave to make sure the new one from this side to this side is the same width as the old one. Because obviously it'd be a big deal to try and move the cabinets, or if it's too small, you have a gap on either side. The other measurement you're going to want to make sure is correct is from here up to the bottom of your cabinet here. Make sure that height is the same this way as well. So we make sure that it's going to fit right back in where it goes. I already did do all the measurements on our microwave before I ordered it, and the old and the new one are an exact change out as far as the dimensions go. So the next thing I want to show you is, remember this bracket that we have back here? This is off the old microwave. Okay? On the new microwave, it has that same exact bracket down here. It's right here across the back on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and remove that and just make sure that all the clips and everything are in the same exact location as the old one was. So I'm going to go ahead and get my screw gun. And it looks like there's just two screws, one on each end, to remove the bracket from the microwave. All right, so I got the new bracket. And I'm going to kind of hold it up here, right underneath the old bracket. And as you can see, our little cleats here line right up with the new cleats. All the holes and everything are an exact match. So I think I'm going to be able to reuse that old bracket and not have to put the new one on. So that's going to save me a little bit of time. So we'll go ahead and get the new microwave kind of set up into place. We got to make sure that we get our cord for the microwave shoved up into the hole there for it as we go up in with it, because you don't want to had that sitting on top of the microwave and not be able to get it through that hole. There's one other measurement that I have to take, because as you can see, these holes right here in the cabinet are where the old bolts came down through. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the holes that are on the new microwave, and we're going to do a couple of measurements. As you can see right here, this is the hole where the bolt goes down in to hold it up tight against the cabinets. So I'm going to take my tape measure, hold it to the center of the hole, over to the edge of the microwave, and it looks like we got 1.5 inches to the edge. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to hook it on the back of the microwave, and I'm going to measure out to the center of my hole. Looks like we're about 9 7/8. So now I'm going to go up to the wall behind the microwave where it's going to be, and I'm going to measure over from the side of the cabinet, from here, to my hole in it. I can already tell by looking at that, because remember I only had 1.5 inches, and that the old holes are at about 4 inches. So I'm going to have to go ahead and mark a couple of new holes, drill a couple of new holes for the bolts to go up through the bottom of the, or up through the cabinet to hold the microwave up tight. So I'm going to go ahead and get a couple of marks on there. I'll get those holes drilled, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to set the camera off to the side here, and I'll go ahead and get started. All right, 9 7/8 back from here. So actually that hole is right in line that way, but from the side over, it's way off. And remember, you want to measure from this outside edge here, not back in here, because that drops back. So the side of the cabinet, or the side of the cabinet here on this trim, is the edge of the microwave. So you got to measure from this edge out. There's that one. And there's that one. So now I'm going to go ahead and drill the holes. All right, so now we got both of those holes drilled. There and there. And that should line up with our new bolts. So we're going to go ahead and get this microwave lifted up into place and see if we can get that all to line up. So I'll be right back. I'm just going to get the microwave and all this stuff cleaned up here, and then we'll go ahead and get that up in the hole. All right, guys, so I got the microwave up on top of the counter here, just so I don't have to try and lift it as far. I'm gonna go ahead and get up on my little baker scaffolding here, and I'm gonna go ahead and see this cord, I believe, is gonna be long enough to where I can actually get the cord up through the hole. Yep. We're gonna go ahead and get that started up into the hole. So as we're lifting that up, it goes, hopefully I can just pull that cord and bring it right on up through. Now the other thing to keep into consideration is that these microwaves can vent either back into the room, which is how ours is set up, and or they do come with a kit to where if you actually have an exhaust hood that goes outside, these can also vent outside. Unfortunately, we're not set up for that, so we're just going to go where it vents back into the house through some filters on the bottom of the microwave. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this cord up tight. I'm going to get it just out here so it's not going to fall back down through my hole. All right, so I got my 2 screws up in here. I've got my drill right here, just so once I get that up in there, I get those screws started. I go ahead and run them home. So I'm going to go ahead and lift this up, see if I can't get it hooked on that bracket and up into position. And of course that cord fell out first thing on me there. So I'm going to go ahead and push that back up through. And pull it back out. There we go. All right, so we got it hooked on that bracket. I've got it pushed up into position here. So now I'm going to try and get one of these bolts started. All right, so I got that one started. Well, I got that one tight. And there we go. So we got that one tight now. Microwave's good and solid. It's not going anywhere. All right, so we got the new microwave mounted. It's good and solid. It's not going anywhere. We can see back here that the microwave is sitting good all the way across on that bracket. So the next thing we're going to do is, if you look up in here, you can see there's a couple of holes here. There's a couple of filters that go up in there. I'll go ahead and grab those filters. I'll get those installed. Okay, so these are the filters that come with it. We're going to go ahead and get these up in here. They got a little tab right here on the bottom, so you want that facing down. There's that one. And there's that one. So we'll go ahead and plug this thing in and see how we did. All right. We'll go ahead and get this plugged in. All right. So now at this point, the microwave is up and running. Just got to go through and set the time, things like that. So I'll go ahead and get all that set, and I'll be right back. All right, guys. So we got the microwave fully installed. I've got the time of day set on it. I went ahead and put, you can see in here, it's got this little rotating tabletop in here. I got that installed. The light works. The fan works. And the microwave itself works. So there we go. We got the microwave fully installed, up and running. Well, there you go, guys. We got the microwave installed, the fan's working, the light's working, the microwave works the way it's supposed to. We get to have TV dinners tonight for dinner. Gotta love it. So if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps us grow and we appreciate it. Have a great night, and remember, you got this. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Thanks.